So the banking system is reeling, trying to figure out what to do about this technology. What do banks do? What does this whole industry do? Well, it's actually not that complicated. They do 8 things. They authenticate and attest to value. You are who you are. That's a dollar. That's a stock. They transfer value, move money around in stocks and so on. They store value. Because they store value, they get to lend value. They also exchange value, transactions, stock markets, and so on. They fund and invest value, venture capital, investment banking, mutual funds, hedge funds, private equity, and so on. They insure value and manage risk, insurance, reinsurance, and they account for an audit value. In theory, the combination of AI and blockchain can eliminate every one of these. Now, that's not going to happen, of course, because the banks are working hard to embrace this technology and figure out how to avoid being disintermediated. But this is happening very quickly, and I'll give you a humbling example. In the book, we said venture capital will be unrecognizable in 5 to 10 years. We were wrong. Venture capital 2 years later is unrecognizable, in part because of something called the ICO. Have you heard of this? ICO? It stands for Initial Coin Offering. It's a crowdfunding campaign on a blockchain. In 2016, $165 million was raised. Last year, it was $6 billion. This year, it'll be $20 billion. All of venture capital is $80 billion. A quarter of venture capital is gone in 2 years. And one recent ICO was over $1 billion. That's not venture capital. That's real money. That's investment banking. Now, what's being sold in these offerings is a token. And that token can represent a number of things. It can be a currency, like Bitcoin is a currency, cryptocurrency. It could be a platform like Ethereum. It could be a utility token that just has some functionality. Gollum is trying to replace the Amazon cloud by getting you to donate your computer. They need a token to compensate you for that. It could be a security token representing a stock, but not just a stock. Any financial instrument will be tokenized. That $1 billion ICO, there was no investment bank, there was no stock market, and there was no stock. A token was being sold. It could be a natural asset token like a barrel of oil or a tree, or a synthetic asset like a carbon credit. I'm involved in something called carbonx.ca that's tokenizing carbon credits. Could be a crypto collectible. This is a $1 billion market for one little collectible called a crypto kitty. But it could be a tokenized piece of physical art as well. And then you have crypto fiat currencies and stable coins. You're not going to be spending Bitcoin in 10 years. You're going to be spending the euro, and the euro will become a cryptocurrency. So the banking industry is being disrupted, but that's just the beginning.